What's up everyone, Zero here. So I wanted to put together a D4 build video as promised. I want to preface this by saying I kind of jumped the gun on shitting all over this season. I've had a chance to mess with some of the itemization and some of the end game systems. I thought masterworking was just upgrading basically, but it goes a whole nother level above, so you can make your character really powerful. This is a build guide for a druid. Off meta is kind of my thing. I like messing around with different things. I know that Trampleslide was the meta before, or one of them, but I haven't seen anybody play it this season at all, actually. I've been running a lot of Hell Tides. I haven't seen it. Everybody's just messing with the Tornado build. But I've had a chance to mess with this a little bit. I've taken it a little bit into the pit, and it kind of just mops everything up. I'm gonna run just the tier 30 because I'm trying to get the abductite. I don't know how you say it, but I need to get some of the lower upgrades. So I'm just gonna run this real quick just to kind of give an example. The build has amazing clear speed. You have a lot of crowd control. You got a lot of damage reduction. It's got the potential to wipe out entire screens, which is really cool. There's a lot of different synergies with this build. It does a lot of damage, especially on single target. It's got really good AoE clear. This is not even fully optimized yet either, obviously. Like, I'm still masterworking my gear. I still have some glyphs to fully level up. I just wanted to make this video and share it with you guys because, yeah, don't stand in the explosions. That helps to not die. This is by far one of my favorite druid builds to play. It's very fast, moves around the map really well. You're not just sitting there. It's a lot more tanky than the tornado build, although I'm sure that with the new masterworking system, you can kind of make everything really tanky. They have that new aspect, which gives you all that armor, so it kind of makes everything tanky if you want it to be. So the way that this build works is you're just using Storm Strike, basically, and Trample to proc everything else. And you also use Poison Creeper as well. Poison Creeper procs all the landslides. Trample procs the landslides. And then I'm using Petrify for the big AoE stun, and that also helps for the single target boss damage as well. So it's got a lot of different synergies. Is the single target damage? It does a lot of damage single target. So I haven't followed a build guide or anything. I put this all together myself. This is the build that I have played for a couple of seasons now. On the helmet, I use the Fortify, gives the Earth skills +2 ranks. I'm using the Symbiotic aspect on the chest. It brings Earthen Bulwark off cooldown really quickly. I'm using the Trampled Earth aspect on my gloves. This procs all the landslides behind Trample. This is one of the key parts of the build. I'm using the new Juggernauts aspect to get all the armor. I'm using Ghostwalker on the boots because I always have Earthen Bulwark up, so I'm most of the time unstoppable. So I'm always getting that movement speed, and I can always move through the enemies. I'm using the Crash Stone aspect, and I'm also using the Retaliation. But I don't know if these are the best two choices. I'm still kind of messing around with it, so feel free, if you find something that works better, let me know in the comments, and I'll be glad to work it into the build. This is an ongoing thing, obviously. Aftershock is another one of the key parts of the build because this makes the landslide proc another time, so it procs twice. I use the Subterranean. A lot of people run this build without this. That I've noticed, but I like this because it makes Poison Creeper just annihilate whole groups. So it's kind of cool. And then on here I have the Rapid aspect. I might change this once I get up into the higher tiers to put the Rapid aspect on something else, and then put something to get a little bit more damage on the amulet to get the amulet boost. I really like the basic attack speed right now, just because it helps me get more lucky hit chance. So I reset my poison creeper. I also get more chance to proc the other to proc Nature's Fury. So that's going to lower my cooldowns and my other skills. For the boons, I have wariness, which is the 15 damage reduction. I have swooping attacks, and then scythe talons. I don't know about this either. I might change this because the landslide has the terra motes, which give you a lot of critical strike chance. So I don't know if this would be better over here with Avian Wrath. You be the judge. I'm probably going to end up changing it just to get the extra crit damage. And then the pack leader, this is why my poison creeper resets so much. So my critical strikes have a chance to reset cooldowns of companion skills. And then since I'm always critting with the terra motes, it's always resetting my companion. I also have really high lucky hit chance. So also I have Calm Before the Storm. On lucky hit, my nature magic skills have up to a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown of my ultimate. So Petrify is always up. For the skill tree, I got Storm Strike, and then my Storm Strike chains to 2 additional targets. Predatory Instinct, I'm probably going to change this as well. This build is still a work in progress, so it's not perfected yet. I have Heart of the Wild up into Wild Impulses to get the extra core damage. Obviously Landslide, Enhanced Landslide, and then the Primal Landslide to get the Terra Motes for the extra crit. I have Earthen Bulwark. I only go to the Unstoppable node on this. I have a little bit of Ancestral Fortitude for resistances. My Poison Creeper up to Brutal Poison Creeper for the extra crit chance. I have Hurricane. Now this is another one that's interchangeable. Some people run Cyclone Armor. I run Hurricane. It gives me the extra damage reduction. I don't know what the difference is, honestly, between them dealing 20% less damage and then the 30% damage reduction. I'm not sure how that works mathematically, so you can kind of just test it out, see what works better for you. And then Trample, you only need to put 1 in here. You don't need to mess with any of these at all. I use Crushing Earth, and I also use Safeguard for Fortify. And then I also use Stone Guard. So while I have Fortify for over 50% of my maximum life, which is all the time, my Earth skills are going to deal extra damage. And then I have Neurotoxin into Envenom. Envenom gives you extra crit damage because everything's poisoned with Poison Creeper most of the time. And then here I have Petrify all the way up into Supreme Petrify. I have Resonance, Natural Disaster, I have Defiance, and then obviously I have Nature's Fury. Also, I have defensive posture just to increase the amount of fortify that I do get. For the Paragon, I'm not going to go over every single node, obviously. So just to show you, for the Paragon, I have Earth and Sky here in the starter board. I have Heightened Malice with Exploit. I have Constricting Tendrils with Spirit. I have Survival Instincts with Tectonic. I have Thunderstruck with Territorial, and then I bring this all the way down into here to get the Heightened Malice Legendary. And then here I have Earthen Devastation with Undaunted. Now this board isn't finished, obviously, as you can tell. I have about 9 more Paragon points to go. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet. I'm kind of just building this as I go along. I'm obviously not following any type of guide, so I'm just kind of testing things out. If I find a better configuration, I'll obviously update it, but I will post the build planner in the description below. That way you can see it and kind of have a written out guide. I have some really good ideas for some off meta stuff that I'm going to do. So I really want to try to mess with some Thorn minion stuff for the Druid. So maybe do like a Wolf Pack Thorns Earthen Bulwark kind of thing and see if I can get that to work. That sounds kind of crazy, but I think I might be able to do it. I've been kind of, throwing some things around and just seeing what I can get to work. I also have a sorcerer build guide that I'm going to post. So yeah, I mean, the season's not that bad. I'm having a lot more fun with it now that I've kind of gotten the systems down a little bit. I apologize if I kind of turned anybody off from the game, but I did jump the gun a little bit on that. So do me a favor. I'm kind of a new channel, and I don't even really like to ask this, but if this helps at all, please like and subscribe. And there's more content to come, so I hope that helps. Peace.